What happens when you invest $10,000 into high-ticket dropshipping? Do you strike gold, or are you left holding the bag? I was ready to dive headfirst into the world of entrepreneurship. Dropshipping, with its promise of low overhead and high rewards, seemed like the perfect answer. But I wasn't naive. I knew there were risks. That's why I decided on a $10,000 experiment. My goal? To see if the hype was real. Now, $10,000 might not sound like much to some, but for me it was a significant chunk of change. It represented months of savings, sacrificed lattes, and careful budgeting. I was determined to be smart about it. This wasn't about gambling. It was an investment in my future. I devoured every blog post, listened to every podcast, and watched every YouTube video on dropshipping. I was determined to learn from the successes and failures of others. My plan was simple: find a profitable niche, create a killer website, and watch the money roll in. Little did I know, the reality of dropshipping would be a far cry from the get-rich-quick schemes promised online. It would be a journey filled with exhilarating highs and crushing lows, valuable lessons, and unexpected surprises. This is the story of my $10,000 dropshipping experiment. So, buckle up, grab your favorite beverage, and get ready for a wild ride. Before we dive into the trenches, let's rewind a bit. Why dropshipping, and why $10,000? Well, like many of you, I was drawn to the allure of being my own boss. The idea of escaping the 9-to-5 grind, working from anywhere, and having control over my income was incredibly appealing. Dropshipping, with its relatively low barrier to entry, seemed like the perfect vehicle to achieve those dreams. Unlike traditional businesses, dropshipping doesn't require you to hold inventory. You partner with a supplier who stores and ships products directly to your customers. This eliminates the need for a warehouse, simplifies logistics, and significantly reduces upfront costs. The $10,000 budget was a strategic decision. I wanted enough capital to invest in quality tools and resources, test different marketing strategies, and have a cushion for unexpected expenses. My goal wasn't to become a millionaire overnight. Stay tuned as I take you through the highs and lows of my dropshipping adventure. With my budget set and my entrepreneurial spirit fired up, the first hurdle was finding a profitable niche. This turned out to be more challenging than I anticipated. Every guru and their grandmother seemed to have a guaranteed winning product, but I knew better than to fall for those empty promises. My research led me down a rabbit hole of market trends, competitor analysis, and keyword research. I spent hours scrolling through online marketplaces, analyzing best-selling products, and identifying potential gaps in the market. I used tools like Google Trends, Amazon bestsellers, and niche-specific forums to get a pulse on consumer demand and competition. After weeks of research, I finally stumbled upon a niche that seemed promising: eco-friendly pet products. As a pet owner myself, I noticed a growing trend of people seeking sustainable and ethical options for their furry friends. With renewed excitement, I moved on to the next phase: creating an online store that would make pet owners reach for their wallets. Building an online store seemed easy enough. There were countless website builders and Shopify templates promising a seamless setup experience. But as I soon discovered, even with the most user-friendly tools, creating a professional-looking and functional e-commerce website was no walk in the park. From choosing the right theme to setting up payment gateways, connecting with my dropshipping supplier, and optimizing for mobile responsiveness, the technical aspects were overwhelming at times. I spent countless late nights troubleshooting website glitches, wrestling with code, and desperately Googling solutions to problems I didn't even understand. And then came the marketing: social media ads, email campaigns, influencer outreach. The options were endless, and each came with its own set of complexities and costs. I experimented with different platforms and strategies, trying to find the magic formula to drive traffic to my website. Little did I know the real challenges were yet to come. After weeks of tireless effort, countless cups of coffee, and a few moments of self-doubt, the day finally arrived. I made my first sale. I can still remember the rush of excitement and disbelief when I received that notification email. It was a modest order for a bamboo pet brush, but it felt like a monumental victory. This single sale validated all the hard work, the late nights, and the moments of uncertainty. It proved that my idea had merit, and that there was a market for my products. I celebrated with a celebratory pizza. Okay, maybe it was the entire pizza and renewed determination to turn my dropshipping venture into a success. That first sale was a turning point. Little did I know, this was just the beginning of a roller coaster ride filled with unexpected twists and turns. While that first sale was a major milestone, the The road to dropshipping success was far from smooth. I quickly learned that with the thrill of every sale comes the potential for returns, refunds, and customer service nightmares. One of the biggest challenges I faced was managing customer expectations. Since I wasn't handling the shipping directly, I was at the mercy of my suppliers' processing times and delivery speeds. This led to frustrated customers, delayed shipments, and the occasional lost package. Despite my best efforts to vet suppliers and select high-quality products, I inevitably encountered some duds. It was a crash course in the importance of building strong relationships with reliable suppliers and implementing robust quality control measures. As a dropshipper, you're the face of your brand, even if you're not the one physically handling the products. This means dealing with customer inquiries, complaints, and the occasional all-caps email from an angry buyer who received the wrong item. I quickly learned that exceptional customer service is paramount in the dropshipping world. A single negative review or unresolved issue can quickly escalate into a PR nightmare and damage your brand's reputation. I made it a priority to respond to customer inquiries promptly, address concerns with empathy and understanding, and go above and beyond to resolve issues fairly. By providing exceptional customer service, I was able to build trust, encourage repeat business, and turn negative experiences into positive ones. Now let's talk numbers. After all, the whole point of starting a dropshipping business is to make a profit, right? Well, the reality is, dropshipping is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes time, effort, and yes, money to generate consistent income. Remember that $10,000 investment I mentioned earlier? That covered everything from website hosting and domain registration to marketing expenses, product samples, and those unexpected costs that inevitably pop up. And let's not forget about the value of my time. Those countless hours spent researching, building, marketing, and managing my business were an investment in themselves. While I generated a decent amount of revenue, the profit margins were slimmer than I anticipated. However, I gained invaluable experience, learned from my mistakes, and built a solid foundation for future growth. My $10,000 dropshipping experiment was a crash course in the world of entrepreneurship. It was a roller coaster ride with its fair share of highs and lows, but I wouldn't trade the experience for anything. Here are some of the key lessons I learned along the way. 1. Dropshipping is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes time, effort, and dedication to build a successful dropshipping business. Be prepared to put in the work, learn from your mistakes, and adapt to the ever-changing market. 2. Niche selection is crucial. Don't just jump on the latest trend. Take the time to research profitable niches with low competition and products you're passionate about. 3. Customer service is king. In the world of online retail, reputation is everything. Go above and beyond to provide exceptional customer service, address concerns promptly, and build trust with your customers. 4. Marketing is an ongoing process. Don't expect to get rich quick with a single viral ad. Experiment with different marketing channels, track your results, and continuously refine your strategies to reach your target audience. My $10,000 experiment may not have made me a millionaire, but it taught me invaluable lessons about business, perseverance, and the importance of following your dreams. So, there you have it, the good, the bad, and the ugly of my $10,000 dropshipping experiment. It was a wild ride, but I wouldn't trade the experience for anything. I learned valuable lessons, gained practical skills, and proved to myself that I have what it takes to be an entrepreneur. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever tried dropshipping? What were your biggest challenges and successes? Share your thoughts, experiences, and questions in the comments below. Let's continue the conversation and learn from each other's journeys. So, what are you waiting for? Take the leap and start building the business of your dreams.